Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and to Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay, today I'm doing a lesson on the plagues that are entering into this earth, man. The biggest plague that I'll be covering is the plague of the mice in Australia. Okay, and as some of you know, that land was stolen by Esau, Edom, and that is not the actual land, where the original people of Australia, who control that land. Okay, so the people, from my research, I believe that they used to be the Tasmanian, the Tasmanian people, and also some tribes, I believe, from the tribe of Dan were there. And what we're seeing today is, the Most High smiting this place with mice, man. And it's a scenario where it can go real bad, because when you have a mice problem, you end up having a problem, in other places as well. Like example, the farmland gets affected, the fields, and also you begin to get a plague of snakes, because everybody knows that snakes, they chase after rodents, man, and they eat the rats. So you're dealing with more issues, man, and this has been spoken of in the scriptures, man, that the Most High will come, and smite these nations, man, with with different different plagues, and like the plagues of Egypt, man, and like Second Esdras in chapter 16, it tells us, man, that when these plagues touch down, they're not leaving, man. They're here for good, until the Most High returns. I'm gonna start off reading the article. It says, plague of mice in Australia. This is in New York Times. You see the guy right here. He's dumping the bucket of mice out, man. And these mice are multiplying, man. They multiply like crazy, man. I think one mouse can turn into 500 mice, man. So it's serious over there, man. And they're getting, judgment from the Most High. It says, for a year and a half, the rodents have been chewing their way around the country's eastern grain belt, leaving economic and psychological scars. So, these plagues, man, are leaving scars, in this nation, man. They're gonna be feeling it pretty soon, man, because it's getting out of hand. It's like a horror movie over there, man. Tottenham, Australia. The stench hits you first, pungent, musty, and rotting. So it's a bad smell, man. And when they die, it's even worse. The smell is horrific, man. Then you hear them, a sound like ocean waves or pouring rain hitting the concrete, and the occasional squeak. Okay, and this is going to happen to Babylon the Great, America too, man. I was in downtown the other day, man, and I saw a couple, man, just running through the streets. Okay, I saw one man running under cars, man, and I was like, man, You know, next thing you know, it's gonna be jumping inside the car, man, in the muffler and in the engine bay. You know, these things get everywhere, man. The horror lurking in the darkness is a throng of thousands of mice swarming above, around an inside storage bunker of wheat in the Fragrance family's farm 7 hours west of Sydney, Australia. After a long and painful drought, the mice are ravaging the family's first good harvest in years and endangering the next one, putting their business on the brink of ruin. And so, you know, it was already a drought, you know, prior to this. And now, you know, when they get back, you know, they bounce back, they think everything is going to be okay. Here you have it, man. The Most High come with another dilemma, man. You know, and it says their farm is just one of thousands along the country's eastern grain belt that are contending with what local residents call the worst mouse plague in living memory, with far-reaching consequences both in the fields and in the rural communities. So it's not just in, you know, in the wildland, man. It's starting to hit the neighborhoods, starting to go in houses, businesses, okay, farms. This is a serious problem they're dealing with, man. It says, for what has been half a year, but felt to many like an eternity, the rodents have chewed a swath through the southern Queensland, New South Wales, and northern Victoria. The flip side to the good fortune of the break in a once-century drought, in addition to devouring crops, they've bitten people in their beds, dropped out of air conditioning units, and gnawed through appliances. They've eaten the toes off chickens in their pens. They've been blamed as whole towns have lost phone reception and a house has burned down. Man, so this is causing some serious destruction, man. That's crazy, man. It says that you know, it caused a fire, man. You know, it caused the whole town to lose reception, man, from the phones. So it's getting out of hand, man. The mice have added unpleasant tasks to people's many routines. Storekeepers set traps and drown the mice they catch. Residents burn dead mice in backyard crematories. Grocers clean up flour that spills onto the floor from nibbled packages. Hospital workers place diffusers in waiting rooms in largely fruitless attempts to mask the stink of rotting rodent corpse. So they dying, man. And like I was saying earlier, they stinking the spot up, man. You know, it's in the farmers, man. They mourning right now. You know, you see, man. It's a couple photos. They're going through it. This thing is getting out of hand, man. You know, they're affecting the farmers, man. So, you know, as we see, man, these prophecies are heating up, man. You know, and this is similar to the, you know, the plagues of Egypt. You know, the same thing, man. It's all the same thing. It's coming back on the earth, like the scripture tells us it will, man. You know, I'm gonna start off with 2nd Esdras chapter 16. Second Esdras chapter 16, verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. So, you know, that's one of the mighty plagues, man. It's going to consume that land and many other lands, man. You know, the Most High, you know, when you understand judgment, man, you understand that the Most High is not just a man of war with the arrow and the sword. You know, he has many different means and ways of destruction, man. And that's one of the main, you know, ways of destruction, you know, through pestilence. You know, not a lot of people talk about the pestilence, you know. A lot of people warn about the sword and that's all, man. But the Most High, he smites the people with plagues, man, of diseases and pestilence, and destroys, the crops, destroys the cities, man. He's going to empty these cities out, one by one, man, until there's none. Okay, it won't just happen all at one time. This is going to be a process, man. And as you see, man, that it can get real nasty, man, because these animals or these rodents, they can create diseases. They eating the flour and they nibbling into the plastic and the past and opening things up, and now at this point the farmers are going to be going through great sorrows, man. And people eventually going to be dying, man, because of lack of food and different things due to this, man. So it's a small situation right now, but this situation is going to be major, man. It says until it's all over, the plague will continue to take a psychological toll in remote areas where people are largely self-reliant and often face setbacks with the mindset that you take it on the chin and get on with it. Joe Randall, who lives about 75 miles south of the Fragers, said she had been brought to tears one morning as she contemplated the extra work the mice were creating on top of an already laborious farm and home life. So, this thing is causing a lot of, hurt to the people, man. They already have a rough life as it is, being a farmer, and, now they're working around the mice, it's going to mess with the mind, man. It's going to mess with the mental health, because, now you're going to be dealing with paranoia. You're going to be thinking that, there's mouses in your house and all over the place, man, and you ain't gonna be able to sleep, man, because they bite you when you lay down, man. So, like the scripture tells us, the Most High, he declared this from the beginning, man, that, he would defend us, man, in the land of our captivities. And what we're seeing right now is him raining down on the heathen, man. And the heathen are under the curses now. Now everything is flip-flopping now, man. As the tabernacle of David lifts, and you see, we building up the tabernacle of David right now, through the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We also see the curse of Esau now, man. Never in my life have I been seeing Esau so much at a low state than I have been seeing within the last 2 years, man. Like Esau have been, they through, man. I was out in Van Nuys yesterday, leaving court, and I saw this female, Edomite, and I was in a parking lot, and she was looking like she was through, man. But something told me to look at her, to kind of follow where she's going, because she was looking lost, and she was walking up to cars like it was her car, but it wasn't her car, man. She was wild, man. I was like, what the hell's going on? And that's the spirit that the Most High has been putting on them, man. And from what I got out of it, it was a spirit of confusion. She looked like she was lost in the days, man. I don't know her story or whatever, but it was obvious to see, man. She was lost, man. So I'm gonna get Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. It says, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Okay, so, and thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord Yahweh and do all his commandments which I commanded thee this day. And that's what we're seeing, man. We're seeing the tabernacle of David build up strong, man. The mountains of Judah, is growing. The strength is amazing, man. I'm seeing people wake up, day in and day out. And I was able to help one of my brothers that I grew up with even wake up recently, man, through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Not me, You know, I take that back. I'm not exalting myself, but through the Spirit, man, he was able to receive these words, man, and it was a blessing, man, to witness, you know, something, because I didn't put the information on him. He came to me. You know, he wanted to learn something, man. He asked me about something, you know, so it just goes to show that, you know, even though, you know, the social media, when you see a lot of people on social media, and you know, brothers in the truth, you know, you might feel alone sometimes, because not everybody, because you got some popular Jakes, but, you know, in my case, man, not a lot of people care for hearing this word, man, you know, and sometimes they even ignore the stories that I post, you know, and a brother that I grew up with, man, he received these words, and he was able to understand, you know, what was going on. So, you know, it was a blessing, man, and to see that, man. You know, and all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua for, you know, pouring his spirit out in these last days. Okay. You know, and it's a beautiful thing, man. You know. But back to, you know, the topic at hand, man. These heathens, man, are catching hell, man. And you know, it's beautiful to see, man. You know, it's beautiful to see these prophecies be fulfilled. And to see that we don't have too much longer here, man. You know, we don't know the day. It could be next year. It could be the year after that. It could be this year. It could be, you know, 10 years from now. We don't know the day. We don't know the time, but we know that it's near. We know the Most High is coming back to reward, you know, reward the wicked with what they've done to us. You know, according to their works is what they'll be getting back. Okay, and he's going to come and redeem his people. You know, so, you know, it's good news for us and bad news for them. Psalms 137 in chapter 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. So, you know, the judgment of Edom, man, is something for us to, you know, to clap at, man, because we know once Babylon falls, you know, we come following them, man, because like the scripture tells us, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning that follows, man. So you know, we got next, man, and it's something to be proud about, man. You know, and I'm not saying in a proud spirit, but proud and exalting of the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know, in all meekness and humility, man. Something to rejoice over, man. You know, the deliverance, man, and the patience that the Most High has given us. You know, we take everything, every affliction, you know, and we smile, you know, through all of our afflictions, man, because there's no rush, man. This is all the Most High's time, man. You know, it's not on our time, okay? And that's the understanding we gotta have, man. You know, we gotta have the right understanding on this time right now, man, because you know patience is key right now, man. You know, and staying diligent, you know, and not being caught off guard, man. Staying on point, you know. You know, it's big. It's big, man. You know, and we know why this stuff is happening, because like in Genesis, right here in Genesis chapter 12, verse 3, it says, "And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curse thee, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed." So, you know, when we see these different famines, these different you know, plagues, you know, this destruction, this different judgment that pours out on the earth, you know, it brings us to a level of peace, of knowing that, you know, these scriptures are literally being, you know, lived out, man. You know, throughout my time in this truth, I mean, I've seen so many different prophecies play out, and I haven't been in the truth much long, man. But to see you know, I mean, the speed of it is, you know, call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. It's a blessing, man. You know, I mean, man. I mean, I have to rejoice over this every day, man, and praise and exalt the Most High, you know, because this is what I pray for, man. I pray that these days, you know, speed up. You know, I pray that, you know, that I can get my rest. You know, that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua can save me from, you know, the wicked place, man. Because in this truth, you gotta hate evil. And this place is evil, man. It's waxing, you know, gross and gross, man. It's off the chain, man. But now that all this is going on, more and more I see that, you know, the Most High is true. Okay, and let me get 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that Yahweh shall bring forth upon it. Okay, so, you know, all of this stuff, man, is coming from the Most High, man. You know, and the Most High, man, he's true to his word. You know, now we seeing his wrath. Okay, you know, and it's and I speak about this a lot in my prophecy, man. Is the slow death. You know, the Most High, you know, he let it burn, man. You know, he don't give it to you all at one time. He's not gonna just give everybody the sword. You know, some are gonna die from the famine. Some are gonna die from the pestilence. Some are gonna die from hunger. You know, some are gonna die from famine. You know, and it's a beautiful day, man. And these times, man, what a time to be living in these times, man. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we are at the end of the end. Okay, and it's gonna be a beautiful day, man. Even the animals are gonna rejoice, you know, because Esau has destroyed them. Esau has destroyed the plants. Esau has destroyed the foundations of the earth, the clouds, you know. He's tainted everything, you know, trying to exalt himself to be, you know, the power, man. And, you know, this land is going to rejoice when we purge, you know, Salakia, Lord willing, if I'm able to be there and witness that, you know, because I'm just a prisoner of hope. Take that back. But Lord willing, you know, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is dealing with me enough to let me witness that, man. You know. It's beautiful, man. And let me get Exodus chapter 23 and verse 22. And this is going into the enemy. And it says, Exodus chapter 23 and verse 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary, an adversary unto thine adversaries. Okay, so, you know, another reminder that, you know, the Most High, he hears our cries, man. You know, just like I was reading about these students in Canada. There were it was over 200 other Aboriginals in a school, and their bodies were found recently, and we know that they're a part of the destruction, man. And the people that rule that government, Esau, Edom, they're gonna catch hell too, man. You know, all praises that the Most High, you know, is revealing these things to us, because no one knew. Okay, all these years, no one knew, you know, but now we see, you know, the son of perdition is being revealed. Okay, and for all eyes to see, you know, and who's blind, the Most High has made them blind, because at this point, if you can't see who the son of perdition is, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's ugly out here, man. You know, it's ugly, man. People don't have, you know, only thing we can do is shake our head, man, at this point, man, because we're falling in too deep. And soon, You know, they're not going to be able to even, you know, talk to the prophets, man, because we ain't going to deal with them, man. You know, when the Most High, you know, take away the word, and then those that didn't seek him, you know, along with the heathen, you know, some of our people are going to lay down with them, man. You know, due to them being foolish and ignorant, you know, and having a lack of knowledge. You know, it's going to destroy them, you know, for being a fool. Okay, so let me get Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 15. And the Lord Yahweh will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of these evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. And thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee. Thine eye shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve their gods, for that will be a snare unto thee. Okay, so, you know, the Most High, man, you know, he's gonna lift his hand, man, and he's gonna take away our sickness, you know, and he's gonna destroy the heathen, man. So, you know, they got a rude awakening coming up, man, because this is only the beginning of the sorrows. Okay, so it's gonna get ugly, man. You know, it's gonna be real ugly, you know. But hey, it's good news for us and bad news for them. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Shalom.